What's going on? Today we're going to be talking about Children of the Corn Genesis. It's released by Dimension Films under their Dimension Extreme label. Released March 18th, 2011. Starring Billy Drago and Colleen Coleman. And it was written and directed by Joel Solson, who is known for a lot of Dimension stuff. Like he produced and directed The Prophecy and produced the other like 5 sequels after that. He's worked on the Pulse franchise. He's done Cam to Cam. He's also produced the Wes Craven's Dracula 2000 films, that trilogy. So yeah, he's been all over the map doing a lot of like sequels and stuff like that. So he wrote and directed this one where he tries to take Children of the Corn in a different direction. After all, this is like the eighth or ninth one in the series, I think. So it was definitely getting repetitive and run into the ground, basically. Now, this is one of the film franchise that sort of has the same sort of legacy as Hellraiser, the Hellraiser sequels and stuff, where they have to like make certain ones every couple years to retain the rights because they have like a bigger plan and once they get enough cash, sometimes it doesn't go through and stuff. So that's how this one got started. I think this is like after that fact though. I think that was more like the like 4, 5, and 6. I think we're more part of that trend. But this one, instead of just having the cult of kids killing a whole pile of adults again and um over like and worshiping this thing in the corn, this time he tried to take it a little differently where Billy Drago plays an old guy who's living in a rundown house, sort of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre style, and he has like a mail order bride basically, and yeah, they're living there. They've been living there for 6 years, keeping everything under wraps because the thing in the corn basically is, I might spoil this film by the way, is taking over something else. So basically, you follow this couple. The wife's pregnant and stuff, and their car breaks down. Typical horror trope. And then in the middle of nowhere, and then they go and spend the night at this guy's house so they can go to the mechanic in the morning. And basically, weird things start happening where the mail order bride, the guy's wife or whatever, starts acting a little strange, and then they get a little naive and start snooping around when they're told not to, and because there's an outhouse in the back that the wife has to use. So basically, she goes and starts snooping around and uncovers some of the old stuff from previous films, like the schoolhouse where they used to do some of the worshiping, and then I guess the corn. It's not really explained, but I think the corn, the entity that the kids worship in the other films, basically can sort of like implement certain things in their mind. So she sort of sees like the worshipping aspect of it, and then it also sort of manipulates them a bit where uh it gives her like a premonition of her husband like having sex with the mail order with the guy's bride, but yeah, that didn't happen, and she goes all mad and everything like that, and then he also sees himself not surviving, but then it's later revealed that this entity is actually possessing, living inside of one of the wife's kids, basically. So basically, to keep him in a barn so he doesn't cause havoc. And in the beginning, it shows Billy Drago's character coming back from war, and his whole family's all killed by when there's like corn stalks in the mouth and stuff. And then it goes to the present day where this entity that sort of like possesses the kids to do that has taken over the life basically. And also you see like little bits of the kid congregation in the beginning and near the end, sort of keep it all cohesive a bit. But they really tried to push this one a little further than some of the other ones, which is a nice, refreshing aspect, I thought, of this film. A lot of people say it's bad, but I thought, like, yeah, it is pretty boring for the most part. But overall, I like how they tried to uh, write. Joel tries to write something a little different, not just have it go stagnant and continue on with like the same trends, tropes. He tried to do a little bit of something different, and even with the almost Final Destination style scenes near the end and stuff like that, that was kind of tacked on, but it actually adds a little more diversity to the genre, to this franchise and stuff. So yeah, but the acting is pretty good here. It's not really scary. They try to build tension a bit, but it doesn't really work. But and it was beautifully shot. I got to give it that. But like, yeah, they really need to put more like in depth. They try to put more in depth into the characters, but if they were given a little more time, they probably could expand it more and do it a little better. Also, like there wasn't really any scares. There's some interesting little aspects here and there, but there wasn't really much of a horror thing. This is more of like a thriller type deal, and it kind of relies more on the tension building than scares. But overall, I thought it's okay. I think a lot of people give this thing flack, maybe because they're going in expecting a Children of the Corn type deal, but it's a little quite drastic, especially after like I think this one came out after the Sci-Fi Channel remake. So I think a lot of people were there. But it does set it up for the next film too, which is Runaway, which is like the latest one. But I'll talk about that one some other time in the future. But yeah. But overall, Children of the Corn Genesis it's an okay film. It's nothing too crazy or anything like that. Um and yeah, like it's okay. It falls under the typical horror sequel trends and stuff like that. So it's nothing new, nothing out of this world or anything like that. But they did try to make it into something a little bit different, which is nice and refreshing. But if they had more time and it wasn't rushed out, then they probably could have made it a little more cohesive and a little more intriguing for the viewers. So with that, I'm gonna have to give Children of the Corn Genesis a 2 out of 5, just because if they had a little bit, there would have been a little more substance there. Because it's okay, it's watchable. It depends on the type of films you like, though. So if you're gonna love it or hate it, I know a lot of the mainstream viewers find this film really boring and give it a bad rap. So yeah, but I thought it's okay, but seen way worse. So yeah, but trailer link down below if you haven't heard of it or if you want to check it out. It's linked down below. My Instagram's always linked down below too. I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. So make sure you follow me there. I usually have the title and a hashtag fun in the video clip. So you could, if you want to guess what I'm trying to watch or if you want to try to figure out what I'm watching to review next, it's linked there. Also, I put the genre of film because I know some people don't like certain genres and stuff. So I put that in the video clip too. So, yep. Make sure you follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Make sure you comment down below your opinions of this film if you've seen it. And also, make sure that you like this video, share it if you really want to. And also, if you have any other films you want to hear my opinions on, any films at all, doesn't have to be horror or anything, comment them down below too. I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because you usually never know what I'm going to talk about next. But till the next review, I'll see you later.